Desmadré el barquito, güey. Hay que ir con el morrito, ¿no? Que tiene la verdad. Inventario. Ah, cierto. Ya traigo las nuevas armas. No estás sola. Cállese. Exacto. Ese soy. Ah, caray. Gerardo del Río. Ah, bendigo morrito, pues ¿dónde vive, güey? Ah, órale. Está bonito, ¿no, Gandalf? San Sebastián. Me quedo vivir así, de bajadita. Pinche morro, güey. Hay que ver qué dice antes de que vayamos con la reina.
I agree completely, young man. Lowest.
Llegué.
Oh, it's the swordsman. Good to see you. Here for a spiffing? Dirty boots are a stain on professional dignity, you know. Step on up.
Need to ask you something.
Yet again? Go on then. I'm a proponent of free speech and I will gladly tell you all I know. But why not get your boots shanked while we jabber?
Guess they could use a spit and polish.
Then I shall take advantage as well. A friend of mine used to say boots should be as clean as the soles that wear them.
Clean boots, clean soles. A fine slogan.
How's business?
Well enough, I can't complain. Though it'd be even better were certain folk to sit down for a shine as they stood and chatted.
Man in the frock coat. You passed him some letters, remember?
Why, of course. I'm young, got a mind like a steel trap, but...
If you're about to tell me this information'll cost me, forget it. How'd you get those letters?
Beggars brought them.
Why didn't you tell us this before, when we first talked?
You didn't ask about beggars now, did you?
Beggars. Tell us more about them. How many were there?
Why, 4. 1 for each letter.
Just 4? Sure you didn't get a 5th?
I can't count, you know.
Remember anything else? These beggars have anything in common?
What? Come now. Each was different. Some had mismatched boots, others had no boots at all. Oh, I know! They all had no home!
Kid, my patience is starting to run a little thin. Now think hard. Remember what they looked like?
Of course. I've a mind like a steel trap, as I said. They were ragged, unshaved. Their clothes were tattered. As to their boots, well, I mentioned that already.
Geralt, allow me to ask a question. Listen, lad. I'll be glad to mix another batch of that boot shine for you. But you must focus now and tell us all you know. Where can we find the beggars?
Well, at the shelter, most like.
Where's that?
Everyone knows. It's just round the corner. Up those stairs, then right.
Thanks, kid. For your trouble. You must visit the shelter.
Ajá.
Look around inside.
A courtesan is like a rat catcher. Good for the
My
pussy
sister's
hole
already
grows too fat.
buried some stolen toys.
You've to move your little camp elsewhere, got it? This is a decent district. We need no filth.
La Somir.
You? What do you want?
To talk.
Here, that's a waste of breath. We've tried it, only to tire our lips. We'll use other means of persuasion now.
Gentlemen, calm, please.
Either get out along with these flea-ridden vagabonds, or we'll toss you all out. Our patience is gone. This place is no longer a rank refuse dump.
Scram! Decent folk live here.
The shelter, them living here, bothers you. Question is why.
Look, Ballard. Another defender of the poor. Fighter for justice.
Damn nuisance. We've our women and young folk living next door, when even grown men fear to walk past such rabble.
Decent folk you mention. Mean yourselves.
Why? Do you doubt it?
Hell
Sí.
yes.
Hear that, Artois? He poking insults us. On our own turf.
We should step aside, good fellow. My friend is perfectly capable of settling this unfortunate dispute on his own.
Su cara de Gerard.
Grey-haired puppy knobber.
Ay, ¿por qué nunca puedo usar magia?
You don't want damp squib.
Let's end this.
I'll break your guts around your spine.
Vas a hacer
All right.
elección.
I can take a hint. Come, time to go.
I thank you so much for your aid. I tried to reason with them, but they'd have beat me blue had you not come along. I'm grateful. Immensely.
What did they want from you?
They are neighbors. Wish me to take my folk, the shelter, elsewhere. They dislike that I help the beggars. I do not oppose going elsewhere were we to have somewhere to go.
Al rato,
But you've
al
come with a
rato.
problem, have you? My turn to aid you.
What is this place?
Ya nada más acabo
Poorhouse?
este, güey.
You could call it that. They come here to rest and eat a hot meal.
You help them, why?
Because they need help.
Need some information. Looking for a man who might have mentioned the boot black in Rue de Garl.
The boot black. A feisty lad. I know him.
Any of your, wards supposed to meet him recently or soon?
Forgive me. Those I help and I are not so close that I would know. But should you wait, they'll all soon come for their meal. You can question them yourselves.
Eh. Todo chido, Abner, todo chido. ¿Qué dices tú? ¿Qué dice tu cuarentena?
Sure all your usual
¿Ya te
beggars will be
aburriste?
here?
They're not obliged to come, of course. But they rarely find a decent meal elsewhere. So, almost all in the area eat here.
Thanks. We'll wait. Nice of you to let us.
No, no me he aburrido. Yo vivo así, de por sí, encerrado. Así que, está chido para mí.
My dears, I've a matter to address before I serve the soup. These two gentlemen have some questions of you. Pay attention. Answer in brief. For if you draw it out, your soup will go cold. And we wouldn't want that, would we?
Recently, 4 of you delivered sealed letters to the boot black. I know this.
Does anyone know what the gentleman means?
A ver, guamazos.
Go on, speak up. Romaine?
Why should I squeal? We were all told not to mention the letters. We all swore.
You can tell me, Romaine. You were given a letter and you delivered it, right? Good work, Romaine. Thank you. Who else?
I got one too. Gave it to the bootblack. And Freshy, he got one. But he can't.
¿Cuándo se acaba la cuarentena en tu rancho, Abner? Estoy jugando Gear 5 la campaña en modo locura y cuesta, sí. Pero eso te ayuda. Agarras nivel.
2 days after the feast of St. Barnabas.
I need the letter. It's very important. It's no use to you anymore.
But I was to deliver it personally. Let no one else see it. That is what she said, and she was frightening.
You ought to heed folk who are kind and honest. These men helped me a short while ago, helped all of us. If this individual threatened you, you need not keep the promise you made.
All right, take it. I didn't want to see the boot black anyways. It's always muddy there.
La quinta víctima.
Damn it.
What is it? Another name, truly?
See for yourself.
Pues dicen que en mayo tal vez. Aquí según era el 30, pero ya no sé, güey. 30 de mayo.
I must say, even I did not expect this. This time you will see to our Duquesa. It seems we underestimated Siana rather grossly.
Judging by this, Detloff was literally supposed to tear her heart out.
Yet first you must snap her neck. Puzzling.
La
Puzzle
duquesa.
complete now.
Alas, the matter ceased to be a tantalizing brain tease and has turned incredibly grave. We've proof of a plot to assassinate Toussaint's ruler. We've proof of a coup d'etat.
Duchess was to be Detloff's last victim. Siana planned it from the start.
Indeed. The logical conclusion, Geralt.
4 seemingly random victims to start. The virtue's their only link. Enough to get folk talking about a righteous, vengeful beast. Obscured the victims' links to Siana, even as she had those she despised killed off one by one, leaving the Duchess for last.
Had she managed to fulfill her plan?
Ya no
one
volver a
would
clases,
question
neta,
the
ya no vas a
reasons.
volver, güey.
Most would have thought Anna Henrietta
¿Y
had
eso?
died for her sins. She was known to show a hard heart on many occasions. Ample proof of a lack of compassion.
Why would Siana murder her own sister? Out of envy? To take power? From an inborn penchant for evil?
Yes, yes, and yes. All seem likely, and none are mutually exclusive. But if you'd like to know for certain, you could always ask her yourself.
Actually, love to learn her motives.
Praiseworthy, I suppose. Sometimes one should stare evil in the face.
Seems a bit strong, no?
She used my friend as her tool for killing. I believe I've every right to condemn her, but I support your lust for the truth. Some philosophers think empirical examination the sole path to knowledge. I believe you mentioned the Duchess keeps Siana locked up.
Courtiers were insisting on a harsher punishment. Much harsher. Think Anna Henrietta had to protect her sister from a lynch mob as much as she wanted to protect her subjects from a criminal. One way or another, she's locked away in a secluded wing of the palace, awaiting trial before a court of law. I'd need to get past some guards to see her. Coming with?
Of course not. I shall await you at Mare la Chaise-Longue. I'll not risk entering the palace after Detloff and his minions rampage. Besides, I vastly prefer the company of a simple mug of mandrake brew to that of the Duchess's vile sister.
So, said straight up, it means you're going off to get drunk because you hate Siana.
I've never been fond of categorical statements of that kind, but I admit I could not vouch for my behavior in her presence. She treated Detloff cruelly, caused his death in the end, and now this? Atop all that? No, Geralt. I will not go with you. I will await you at the cemetery.
Oh, ya se puso buena. Ah, aprovechando. ¿Qué pasa?
Ya tengo cargador, perro.
¿Ya?
Simón.
¿Jugamos al rato?
Te diría, ¿qué haces?
Acabando de Witcher.
No la acabé. ¿Chido el calor? ¿Estás cerrado?
No, ya no. Ah, me faltan esos puntos. Uy, cabrón. Eso espanta. Habla con Ana. ¿Y dónde es eso? Ah. Puta, ¿cuál es? Ah, ¿qué pedo? ¿Qué pedo? Me botó. No mames, si no sé, si se guardó, güey. Ah, escena, qué puta hueva hacerlo. Ah, me había muerto. Dale más ese juego. No, pues ya lo voy a acabar, güey. Ya lo acabo, carnals. Este es el final. ¿Nunca has jugado The Witcher, Abner? Juégalo, güey, está chingón. Espérate cuando esté en descuento, güey. Mi hermano creo prendió su Xbox y ahí está mi cuenta, güey. Pero no hay pedo. Es para leer lo que dijo. Estaba bueno, güey. Ah, este DLC estuvo más bueno que el otro, güey. Espérame. El Witcher. Pues juégalo, está en Game Pass. Ya, si te late, pues cómpralo y compra los DLC, güey. Créeme que vale la fucking pena, güey. Odio el calor que hace, güey. ¿Qué pedo? ¿Por qué me saca? Déjame, qué pedo. Acabando Witcher, te aviso. Yo soy el rey de la colina, ya es algo. Va, ahorita les damos, Abner, ahorita le damos. Love me, say that you love me.
I see you, gal.
Ahí vas, Aibner, ahí vas, güey. Ya cuando salga el Gears 10, ya vas a ser un dios, güey. O sea, ya me tardé, Abner, ya me tardé, güey. Me volví bueno porque era el único que jugaba, güey. O sea, este Gears, tú has visto que lo juego mucho, ¿no? Y llevo apenas 2 días totales o 3 en línea. El otro llevaba más de un mes, güey. En línea. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, pero los chidos son los primeros. Love me. Espérame. Deja conectar esta mamada porque no sé qué pedo. Se anda bajando la luz. A huevo, sí, güey, sí se guardó. Déjalo guardo, cabrón. Love me, say that you love me. Momento, ¿sí se puso la habilidad? No, no se puso. Chale, ¿por qué tuve esos poderes ya hasta el final? Ya me cansé de caminar. Pues más es de subida y pues ya eres huevón como yo. ¿No has jugado nada nuevo estos días, Abner? Una campañita, güey, nada. No sé qué voy a jugar después de The Witcher, güey. Tal vez acabe Assassin's Creed Revelation versión Xbox One. Love me, say that you love me. Para allá no vamos, caballo, acuérdate. Nosotros vamos para... acá. Ah, no, si es para allá, es pasando el puente.
Nice tune.
Love me. Esa señora. Ay, recuerdo que fui débil, no maté a todos los vampiros. Ah, el castillo también se ve chido de noche. Love me. Nosotros no vamos para allá.
Run, Roach.
Ah, chingón, si se puede. Vamos a los calabozos.
Long live Duchess Anna Henrietta.
Sí, cállese. A ver, ¿dónde está la señorita Henrietta?
Stocks and the whip await those running riot.
Wow.
Peace and quiet.
Él es Damien, entonces hay que ir con Cianan. Chale. Bajé en balde. Qué bonito. Tararán, tarán. Love me, love me. Ay, la verdad no sé a dónde tengo que ir. Ya me confundieron. Ah, el amanecer. Parece que estoy en la ciudad de los elfos del Señor de los Anillos. Siana. Where are you? Ah, está arriba.
Halt!
Need to see Siana urgently.
¿Qué onda, Popón? ¿Cómo estás? Pásale, carnal.
Want to talk to her. It's important.
Want to talk? Go see your gran at tea time. Not one locked up on the Duchess's orders. No doing without special permission. Period.
Found some information important to her case. Need an explanation. Urgently.
Ah, fine then. You're that witcher who solved the murders, no? Then you've my permission.
Se traba. No, no está trabando.
Promise to be brief.
Va todo bien. Va todo bien, Abner. Créeme que cuando hagas campaña checo un chingo lo ves.
The witcher will speak with the inmate. You can take a momentary break.
As long as it's truly but a moment. Highly irregular, this.
Vámonos en el mero amardecer.
Sorry to
Amardecer,
intrude, but I gotta ask you
amanecer.
something.
I've nothing to say to you. You're the one who put me in here. Have you forgotten?
Sure, but you are here. So what's the harm in talking? Got something better to do?
What do you want? Be brief.
This cell. Downright cozy. Second time you've been incarcerated in altogether pleasant conditions. Always seem to land on your feet.
I wouldn't say that. I get no privacy here. But it is clean, because I cleaned it.
They do say cleaning can be relaxing.
It isn't. It's a horrible, thankless task. But I'm not one to leave anything undone. For instance, before I left Nazaire, I also tidied my room. Even made my bed. I knew I'd never return. But I despise leaving unfinished business. Messes. Loose ends.
Dogged determination. Guess that's admirable.
I was praised for it as a little girl. Only for that, in fact.
Went to a place where Beauclair's beggars congregate. Found proof that you'd planned your sister's demise. Anna Henrietta. She was Deadloff's ultimate target from the start. Your target.
Bravo, Witcher. I congratulate you on your deductive reasoning skills. But what I'd planned has nothing to do with you.
Wrong. Has everything to do with me.
You were hired to kill the beast. Said beast is dead. So go collect your metal and leave me alone. Why must you meddle in everything?
Just like to know what's going on around me. Can't stand confusion, unexplained situations.
Have you come to ask me what drives me? What my motives are?
Actually came hoping to learn something. It's clear you were out for vengeance. Against those who drove you from the palace? Curse of the Black Sun. That was their reason, right?
It's certainly what they claimed. They said I was dangerous. A mutant. Knights, Crespi, Dulac, Delacroix, and Peyrac Peyran. They got the task of whisking me away, abandoning me outside the duchy's borders.
They were following orders.
So they were, though they did so eagerly. Especially when I tried to flee. Crespi beat me unconscious with a whip.
The others stood by and watched. Perrin found ample opportunity to take his frustrations out on me, while Dulac and Delacroix insulted me, mocked me. I swore then I would never forget. I would find them all.
Explains a bit. A lot. You had a right to feel rage, resentment. But those motives aren't enough to justify the means you chose.
I didn't expect you to understand. I need no sympathy. Not from you, not from anyone. I regret nothing. If I could turn back time, I'd not decide otherwise at any juncture. They all deserve to be punished. My sister most of all.
Enough. Your visit's done.
Ah, thank the stars.
Pues medio tenía motivos para matarla, ¿no? Pero no para tanto. No para deshacerse de media ciudad.
Commander de la Tour would like to see you. Shall we go at once?
Need to tend to one thing first. I'll look in on him afterwards.
So be it.
Órale. Ah, el sol. Se ve chido, ¿no? Lap me. Bueno, pues ahora vamos a ver el final. Creo. Se supone que hay más finales, pero eran con otras misiones que no hice. O no supe hacer. Bueno, vamos a ver qué nos dice el Don. Witcher Geralt. Gerardo, para rápido. A ver, Calvo.
Damien.
Geralt, it's about time. Ready for the ceremony?
Your face doesn't look good.
Ah, su
What the hell
cara.
happened?
The city was attacked. Surely you don't imagine I could stand and watch it all from some ivory tower.
Got some important information. Anna Henrietta was supposed to be Detloff and Sienna's fifth victim.
You are certain of this?
Completely. Found proof.
Inconceivable. How could she? The murders, the mayhem she brought down on the city, were they not enough? She sought to strike down her own sister, her liege. Traitor. I must alert my men. Enlarge the Duchess's honor guard. Make certain Sylvia Anna is closely watched during the questioning. I'll see to it personally. I thank you, Witcher, for alerting me, and I appreciate your attentiveness. Very well. Let us get things underway. Don your ceremonial attire. Then you'll come with me. Her Grace awaits.
Ah, ¿no puedo ir en mi armadura de dragón? Vampiro. Legendario. Está más chida. Love me, say that you love me. El mismo gato llorando con las canciones tristes de fondo. ¿Pero qué se quitó?
In the guild's name, I beg your assistance, your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the end of us.
You lost them all in the fire. These are horrible tidings. Oh, we are most dreadfully saddened.
Yes, your enlightened highness all. Once the beasts had clawed their way into the warehouse, the whole place went up in flames.
I shall dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are, as you say, fitting compensation shall be paid from the ducal treasury.
Thank you, your enlightened highness.
No sé, los
Your
anuncios se los
Grace,
ponen solos.
Geralt of Rivia has arrived.
También ha
My
venido un
dear
Vladimir.
subjects, we come now to our next point of business. Of all the duties which fall upon my shoulders, as the ruler of this dominion, this duty is dearest to my heart. For now, we shall award the Order of Vitis Vinifera, Tucson's highest honor.
Geralt of Rivia, slayer of the beast of Beauclair, step forth.
Gerardo, a
We
yo.
bestow the distinction upon the Witcher, who saved Beauclair from the terrible beast. Such is our desire. May this symbol serve as a reminder to all that the Witcher shall forever remain a friend of Beauclair.
Ahí el traguito para Geralt, ¿no?
In more familiar terms now, I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
Thank you.
I have a small surprise for you, in addition. I give you more than a dozen barrels of Son Real, a wine normally reserved for the ducal table. The gustatory experience of a lifetime awaits. Are you content?
Pues, Ah, sí, vamos a romperle su corazón.
I am, and truly grateful, Your Grace. Sadly, I'm afraid I have to sour the mood. It's Sienna. She plotted to have you killed, Duchess. Planned to use Detloff. You were to be the beast's fifth victim.
This cannot be true. You're mistaken.
Nope.
You must be.
No se equivocación, Abner.
I have proof.
I do not believe it.
Ah, fuck you, señora. No cree nada, güey. O sea, tengo las pruebas. Tú me viste pelear con vagos para las pruebas.
In a moment I shall speak to Sienna. Will you assist me? You returned my sister to me, yet what you tell me now I find devastating. I've come to doubt that I can judge her fairly. I'd far prefer to learn you're mistaken, Geralt.
Uy, no.
I'm not. In fact, I'd recommend you be particularly careful around her.
You
Ah, si no los
exaggerate,
conocía,
Witcher.
güey.
She is my sister. I know well how to speak to her.
If my presence will help in any manner, of course I'll stay.
We shall now question a person implicated in the murders which recently ravaged our fair city of Beauclair. Captain de la Tour, show Sylvia Anna in.
Silvia Ana. Sí, Ana. Pues yo casi no uso emotes. Ah, caray. Hola.
The Witcher will take part in our talk.
No, güey. No, no, no mames. No, 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 no. ¿Qué pedo, güey? Ay, neta, y se apagó, güey. Neta, ahí se apagó. Love me. Mala suerte y luego estoy yo, Abner. Neta, güey, ahí se tenía que apagar la pinche consola. ¿Cómo ves, Abner? ¿Me dejo la greña larga, güey? Más larga que la que está ahorita, güey. Como cuando era joven. Ya lo sé, Abner. En la mejor parte peta este pedo, güey. Me lleva la rica ñonga. Si quiero dejarme atrás mi cabello largo, al fin no salgo, güey, pues ¿para qué voy a cortármelo, no? Aprovechemos la cuarentena. No mames, Abner, ¿por qué nos petan el... pinche stream cortado, güey? Ay, vale, verga. Puro coraje, al rato me va a hacer mi sangría bien rica con... ¿Venden de estos en Estados Unidos, güey? Se llama Lucas Muecas, güey. Y... este se llama Lucas Panzón, güey. Este es de chamoy y este es de polvito, güey. ¿Se va a cortar el pelo de la corona? No. No sé, güey. Es que pues ya me acostumbré a tenerlo corto desde hace un chingo, güey. No, nunca, nomás locus pasa. Estos están chidos, güey. Saben chidos los Lucas Muecas y Lucas Panzón, güey. Y mezclados saben chidos, güey. Y los voy a echar en mi vaso de... tiene agua. En mi vaso de Queen. Mal pedo, Abner, mal pedo. Pero se quedó, según yo, en esa parte de la ceremonia, güey. ¿Cuánto come? De estos casi nunca como de estos, güey. Ya se cae autoguardado. Y por favor dime que te autoguardaste ahí, güey. Me va a dar hueva a caminar. La canción malvada. Ay, perdón. ¿Cómo ves, Abner? Ojalá se guarde, güey. Mira, Abner, no te he enseñado esto, güey. Mi pequeña cajita de efectos de guitarra, güey. Me gustaría tener todos los que vienen aquí por separado, pero serían 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 efectos trae. Ponle unos, ¿qué? 7 varos, ahí se van en puros pedales. Está chido, sí, tiene forma de guitarrita. A esa me gusta. ¿Quién me queda primero de Gears? No, ahorita vamos a jugar Gears con mi carnal. Ya vino y me dijo, ya se compró su carga y juega y quiere jugar Gears. Quiere echar puta a sus madres, sus vergas. Quiero otra guitarra, Abner. Ya que tengo esta pedalera, güey. Bueno, esta cajita de pedales. Pues quiero rifarme, güey.
In the guilds.
Puta madre, güey. Pasemos a donde nos quedamos, güey.
In more family.
Thank you.
I have a small... The gasted...
It's...
Yes.
I have proof.
I do not, but... In a moment I shall... You return.
I'm not.
You accept.
If my present...
We shall... The Witcher will take part in our talk.
Ahí nos quedamos.
I'm not a prisoner. Free to do as I choose.
You have committed crimes. grave crimes. Yet you are my sister, and my heart does not allow me to treat you as a common
Güey, esta
criminal.
parte.
Nor does it let me believe you sought my demise. My heart yearns to know you were swayed by the monster Detlef. You yourself would never stoop so low. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise me. As one impartial, I shall now hear what he has to say.
Ahora escucharé lo que tengo que decir. Verde, güey. ¿Qué hacemos? ¿Qué hacemos? ¿Qué hacemos? ¿Qué hacemos? A ver. Vamos a ver, güey. Si has seguido la ruta de Adriana, verás el final si hagas lo que hagas. Si has seguido la ruta de Damien, has sido amable con Siana y podrás escoger salvar su vida y la de Henrietta y ver el final B. Si has seguido la ruta de Damien y no has sido amable con Siana, verás el final C. Decide el destino de Siana. Pero, pues, ¿cuál es el destino, güey? Herald de Stone. Pero díganme qué hacer. Díganme qué hacer. No, pues es la última misión. ¿Qué hago, güey? No la quiero cagar. A ver, estos güeyes te dan más respuestas. Tienes que elegir algo así como que Siena tiene que ser tratado o castigado como cualquier otro criminal. La cosa termina muy mal para ambas partes. Luego tienes que elegir del cementerio y decidir dónde colocar las flores. Final 2. Aquí tienes que elegir opciones que se ven claramente que son amables, de perdón, que Siena tenía sus motivos para hacer lo que hizo. Y con ella todos felices. Y para no llegarse a... La última de la expansión, por muy humilde que sea. ¡Ah, hay otra misión! El primer objetivo era la casa del Corvo. Ahí encontrarás con un invitado. ¡Oh! No es el final, güey. No es el final. Es que... a ver, güey. Cualquiera de los dos creo la va a chingar, güey. Ay, ¿qué voté?
As head of
No
state,
vi.
you should look first and foremost after your dominion. Sienna's actions, what drove them, be damned. She's a threat to your subjects.
Sí.
You are correct. They are what matters. I must not forget this. Sienna, you shall be tried and given a fitting punishment. Yet we shall never cease to be family. As Duchess, I shall have to judge you. But as your sister, I shall never stop loving you.
Ay, perdón, se cayó el control.
I shall never forgive you.
Holy shit. Ah. Ok, activé el final triste. ¿Cómo habrán sido los otros finales? Luego los veré en videos. Shit, güey. Soy un monstruo. Bueno, más o menos. Doble F, güey. ¿Qué hemos hecho, Abner? ¿Qué has hecho, cabrón? Tú me dijiste que como criminal ve tus acciones, Abner. ¿Cómo vas a vivir con eso, güey? Hasta mi pinche llama se quedó con la jeta abierta, güey. ¿Qué has hecho, Abner? ¿Usted recuerda quién salvó en Gears? Al amigo, al morenito, al nuevo Coldbeard. Dom, a ese güey salvé. Dejé morir a... Oh, espera, ¿hay vampiros? La mera tristeza en el reino. Ah, ¿tú también lo salvaste? Manches, Abner, ¿qué hicimos, güey?
Need some flowers. A wreath, or...
I've none. Sold everything. I was just on my way out. No sense hanging about with nothing to do. Should come as no shock, sir. Had the funeral. Folk took it all. Men, women, children. All wished to lay a bouquet on the Duchess's grave. Windflowers, peonies, gladioli. But she liked common roses best. I know. Her ladies-in-waiting would come here at times. I'd choose the loveliest blooms for her. Fragrant, big petals, the kind that last a long time. I've still not come to terms with it. To be killed by her own sister. How could it happen?
Le fallé a la duquesa, nunca pensé que Siena fuera tan implacable. Ana era muy confiada. Las tres, güey, las tres opciones de ahí. Al hijo de Marcus murió. Pintes el pelo de blanco. O sea, sí. No soy morenito, pero no sé, güey. O sea, todas mis novias me han dicho que se me ven muchos colores. Pero no sé, pintármela. Le preguntaré a mi nueva novia. Si Ana fuera tan implacable. Le fallé.
How? Quickly. Unexpectedly. She was gone before I understood what was happening.
I know you. You're that witcher from the north. The one that saved us from the beast.
Mm-hmm.
Ese mero soy.
Could say that.
Wait here. Take these.
Thought you were out of flowers.
From internet.
I put a bouquet aside. I was to take it to her myself. But you have it. I know you held the Duchess dear.
How much do I owe you?
Not a copper. Keep your coin and raise a toast in her memory tonight.
Do just that. Farewell.
Qué mal pedo, güey. Que pues no soy morenito, güey, pero pues tampoco soy güero. No sé de qué color soy. ¿De qué color me ves, Abner? Oh, mira, hicieron un altar, güey. Esto no estaba, güey. Oh, te fallé, duquesa. Te fallé.
Death has taken her grace. We must drown our soul.
Debiera el vampiro conmigo, ese güey pudo detenerlo. A la verga, ese güey está pudriendo. Todos le lloran a los muertitos. Güero medio. No, es exacto, no muy allá, pero sí.
Witcher, I was certain
Tiene
you
corona, ¿no,
departed.
güey?
Couldn't. Anna Henrietta was...
Wondrous. Beautiful. Good. The best ruler one could hope to have. Yet I let her down.
No te culpes, no te aflijas.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one expected Sienna to do that, persist to the end. And none of us did anything to stop her. 'Cause there was nothing we could do.
I suppose you are right. But when someone so beloved dies, one cannot help but search one's soul for blame. And even the hardiest knights grow faint-hearted then.
Come to pay my respects. Bid the Duchess farewell.
White roses.
El que tosió, posiblemente.
They were her favorite. Go inside then. She lies in the ducal crypt, in one room with her murderer, despite my protests.
What? Who decided that?
The Regent's Council. A pack of old men who've statutes and codices for hearts. Ducal blood flowed in Sienna's veins, and she was never legally disinherited. So they ruled she should lie alongside Henrietta.
Malpex. En ambas tumbas, nada en la de Henrietta. Sí, fuck you a la otra vieja.
I regret it ended this way, that I failed to prevent it. Hope you can forgive me. Rest in peace.
Stylish crypt, quite subdued. Yes, this is the kind of eternal resting place I dream of.
Moments like this, I never know if you're joking or serious.
Serious, Geralt, serious. It's remarkably peaceful, subtly charming to the hilt. A perfect match for the Duchess's dignity. Ah, you humans, you'll never cease to amaze me. To feel despair in the face of natural processes to which you are predestined. I've come to take you from this place, my friend. Dare say you deserve a speck of respite after the mad whirl of the last few days.
Malpex. Solo estás jugando en fácil, Abner. No seas choro. No se ponen de un balazo en la campaña en locura, güey. No me vas a ganar, güey. Bueno, no ganar, mentir. Llevo jugando 5 Gears en locura, güey. Y me cuestan un huevo.
All those deaths I failed to prevent. Feel pretty awful right about now. Can't help thinking I could have done more. Now Toussaint's left without a ruler, or more accurately, chaos rules here. Hand in hand with despair. Duchess won over people's hearts. All Beauclair now weeps for her.
A mass outburst of emotion. Well, it seems her subjects have adopted some of their recent ruler's traits.
Why the sarcasm? Thought you liked Donna Henrietta.
I did. And I do truly rue her passing.
Me too.
Then let us drink.
Mal pedo se murió, güey. A los que tienen escopeta de 2 disparos, sí, mínimo de 2.
Always seemed to me you were a very complicated creature by nature. Not one to resort to such simple methods like drinking your worries away.
There exist worries for which they're quite simply, it's no other medicine.
Whatever you say about Sienna, you gotta admit, she was unbending.
That she was. I do admit it. Though in her case, It would have been better if she had been a tad more philosophical, pausing from time to time to reflect on the propriety of her actions.
True.
How do you find my personal brew? Not too strong?
Just right.
Credit the local mandrake of the Alrauna diabolus variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an altogether unique flavour profile and display a remarkably uncommon dark brown tint.
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some brews for the future. Would you care to accompany me?
If you think it's a good idea, let's go. But I think you might be forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake root of this variety is highly toxic, even to a witcher.
Ah, not a problem. I never forget matters of safety and hygiene in alchemy. Here, gloves and a mask. Don them, and you shall be in no danger.
Thanks. Right then, let's go.
Voy a juntar... Ah, ya me los dio, de hecho. No, espere, ¿la máscara? Ahí no está la máscara. No es esta, máscara de hate, de gen. Ay, ¿dónde está la máscara? ¿Es esta? No, esta es de mi caballo. Carga. Aquí guantes para mandrágora. Carga. Y máscara para mandrágora.
This moonlight makes me oh so dreamy.
Penny for your thoughts. Let me guess. Succubus twins?
No, I was thinking about...
Solo con 10 balas o 5 te matan. Ah, pues sí, carnal, es locura. Piénsalo, es casi real.
You've not an ounce of refinement in you, have you?
Robándole a los muertos porque pues, somos gandallas, ¿no?
Now, where'd that bloodsucker go? Won't be easy to track down. He's a vampire after all. Regis!
Pinche vampiro, ¿dónde fuiste?
Damn it, where'd you go?
Damn it.
Regis!
Ah, ok. ¿Qué pasa ahí?
Those Bruxay, they called you a traitor.
Alas, we've a very simple code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial. Either one is with us, unconditionally, regardless of the circumstances, or...
Won't let it go, will they?
They will not. Fortunately, we've another rule, an unwritten one, and just as trivial as the first. It is neatly summarized in the saying, out of sight, out of mind. That is why I must leave Toussaint. For a vastly long time, most like.
Yeah, I get it.
Let us make for my camp. I've an overwhelming desire to have another drink.
Aguanta. Quiero su corazón de esas cosas.
Supreme bouquet. Firm, defined beginning. Then develops gently, rising to a startling finish. Don't you think?
Not much of a connoisseur,
Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard is now yours. By the way, I left a gift for you at your new home, on the nightstand.
Thanks. Mind telling me what it is?
A trifle. That will nonetheless be useful should you need mutagens. Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your prize? Shall you hang your swords over the mantle and take to pruning vines?
Estoy hecho para matar monstruos. I don't know. Sí.
Don't really know yet. Might find the life of a hard-working vintner too tempting one day. Or maybe I'll just stick to the path, go on roaming, staring up at the stars after laying my bedroll at the roadside.
Ah, roadsides, bedrolls, and the sky above. I sense some poetry coming on, which of course brings to mind Dandelion. I can remember.
¿Ya se acabó The Witcher? ¿No hay más DLC?
From here, if I'm not mistaken. We hid in a cave while a blizzard raged all about. Does that sound at all familiar?
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Oh, our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so fondly. But that first stay in Beauclair, far calmer than this one.
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances, like Mamoons and Dopplers, deceive. So what did become of Vilgefortz?
Killed him. Sure wasn't easy, though. What about you? Any idea where you'll go?
Distance is of the essence. I thought I might venture south.
Nilfgaard?
Why ever not? The Nilfgaardians are a modern society. None there believe in vampires anymore. This fact alone could be very useful to one wishing to remain incognito.
Interesting point of view. I so don't feel like going anywhere. Sit here a while longer?
So we shall, my friend. We have witnessed, and in fact on several occasions incited, many great and weighty events. After all that toil, I believe we deserve a bit of a rest.
That we do.
Ay, me sonrió Geralt. Me mojé. Ah, ya acabó, güey. The Witcher Wild Hunt está basada en la prosa de André Sapnaus. Algo así. Ah, no.
Actually, I'd love to go home.
Ve a tu casa. Órale, me quedé nivel 53. Pude tal vez llegar a más, pero no quise. De hecho, ni sabía jugar bien antes. Entonces vamos a la última misión. Que es en su casa. O más bien el epílogo. Algo de los finales. GG, I win. ¿Qué ganas tener? Cuéntame, carnal. Pues no sé qué sigue, güey. Nomás leí que eso es como la última. ¿O cómo dice aquí? Dice que es epílogo o despedida de The Witcher. Vamos a ver si es cierto, porque lo compré hace 3 años y hasta apenas lo estoy acabando. Vale la pena.
Master Witcher, some unknown individual barged into the residence. I resisted as best I could, but to no avail.
Who is it?
Alas, they did not do me the basic courtesy of introducing themselves.
Tranquilo, mijo, ahí va Gerardo.
What's that smell?
You look good. Come. Don't just stand there. I want a hug.
Mi hija, güey.
What did you bring?
A gherkin from Angren. I slew it. All by my lonesome.
That why you left Carrera so suddenly? Had no idea where you'd gone. Your note was puzzling. Don't try to find me. Threw me for a loop.
That was silly. It's just that I felt stifled in your shadow. I'd have suffocated had I stayed. So when I read that notice, the contract, when I saw Angren, I knew I had to do it. Alone. Without my nanny.
I'm not your nanny. I believe in you. Like my new house?
The house is lovely, but it could use a bit of work.
Yeah, got plans for it, don't worry. Wanna go outside? Could show you the grounds.
Ah, it's lovely here. I could stay forever.
What's stopping you?
Actually, not a thing. I slew a gherkin, collected my bounty. I believe I'm owed some respite.
Indeed you do, mademoiselle, as my major domo would say.
You've a butler?
A steward. Name's Barnabas Basil. BB for short, though I don't know if he likes it. He's the one let you in. I'll ask him to bring in some fruit, a beverage. You can spend the rest of the day lying about.
Ah, nothing would make me happier.
No mames, volvió Ciri, güey. Estoy excitado. ¿Qué onda, Telepo? ¿Qué onda, Arcani?
Angren, how'd it go? Garcanes can be pretty tough opponents.
That's why I had to lure this one to a place both spacious and empty, where it would have nowhere to hide. I found an abandoned crypt far from any town or village.
Good choice. Always best to avoid additional casualties, so your foe had nowhere to hide. But the bastard was still damn quick, I bet.
Not as quick as I am. My greater worry was its strength. I was far outclassed there. But a dose of black blood did the trick. We fought a while, I feigned a mistimed dodge and let it drink. The rest was easy.
Vámonos.
Encountered the most charming aspect of being a Witcher yet?
Which aspect is that?
The hatred, disgust, that strange blend of admiration, fear, and contempt.
They set their hounds on me in one village. In another, they forbade me from taking a drink from their well. Other than that, it's been all right. No one's tried to cheat me out of my reward so far.
I'd hoped they'd treat a woman differently.
Geralt, when they treat a woman differently in this world, it hardly ever means better. Quite the opposite.
Está chida esa armadura, ¿no? Es de vampiro o algo así.
Being a Witcher anything like you imagined?
Geralt, I didn't have to imagine anything. Remember, before we parted, we walked a good stretch of the path together.
Journeyman and master, though, not the same thing.
I'm still a long way from mastering anything, but I am trying. Anyway, I did learn from the best.
Just passed on what worked for me. Or at least tried to.
I was thinking of Eskel and Lambert.
Candalla.
So, no regrets? Choice you made?
Not at all. I'm doing what I ever wanted to do. Being who I wanted to be.
I believe that's one definition of happiness.
No mames. ¿Y por qué me tengo que despedir, güey? O sea, es mi hija. Perdida. Ah, pues este es el final de The Witcher, güey. Tristemente. Tal vez no lo borro aún porque hay misiones chiquitas que hacer. Pero pues ya es el final, güey.
See you later, Ciri.
Take care of yourself.
Y se acabó. O sea, hay misiones que hacer, pero pues las chidas ya. Ay, ¿le puedo hablar?
See, you've taken a liking to this place.
I could stay right here forever.
See you later, Ciri.
Take care of yourself.
Espera, lo voy a guardar aquí. Vamos a meditar a ver si desaparece Ciri. Como su tío, Don Arcani, como su tío. Oh no, ahí sigue. Ah, qué chido, güey. Volvió Ciri. Ah, esto es hermoso. Ahí nos vemos, morra. ¿A dónde voy? Pues ya es el final. Ah, estuvo bueno, Gerardo, estuvo bueno. Allá arriba, ¿por qué hay fuego? Bueno, no lo sé. Ah, por fin la acabé, güey. Después de 3 años de tenerlo casi. Por fin. No estuve para spoilearme. Depende, no te puedes spoilear porque hay misiones que pueden ser diferentes a mí y es otro final. A ver, ¿qué me falta? Ya no hay misiones secundarias. No. Digo, más bien principales. No. Contratos sí hay. Encuentra el capataz, habla con Desla, contrato de monstruo. Esos no los hice, no sé por qué. Y las secundarias, que unas son más de peleas, cartas, carreras de caballos. Fuiste